Hello there, all Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Risings. Welcome to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria, and we have messages for you for the month of December of 2025. We're opening the door to Spirit and getting whatever messages that they want you to hear right now. Do check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising sign readings. There will be each individual sign that is all posted for you, and you may get messages that resonate across a few different signs for you. But let's get into this one and see what we've got going on for you guys and what Spirit wants you to know. We have turning inward. So this may be a time for some of you where you're feeling a little bit reflective, or perhaps there's something going on where you're a little bit confused. Often in times of uncertainty, the best thing that we can do is take a step back and look inside ourselves, because more often than not, we have the answer within us already. Our intuition knows what's going on. We can connect with spiritual guidance and help. They do work in mysterious ways. You don't need to believe that you are psychic, even though we all are on some level, on some degree. Some have just practiced a little bit more. But we always do get that spiritual, angelic guidance that we need, right? We just kind of need to quiet our conscious mind and tap into it. So this can be a powerful time for you for meditation, for reflection, for connection with your higher self, with spirit, angels, guides, right? But we need to calm our mind, calm ourselves, and we need to take that step back. Inside this veil of bone and flesh, I lay my soul to sleep. All the truths within thy breath have come to greet me. So in times of quiet contemplation, of just being, right? Just be. In our human existence, we often think that we always have to do something. We have to do this, we have to do this, we have to do this, we have an agenda. Right? And we sometimes feel like we're not being productive or that we're not doing anything useful when we are in this time of quiet stillness, but it's necessary. So throw away those constraints of I always have to be doing something and embrace the stillness, because there's a lot going on. We just don't see it with our eyes externally, right? It's all inward. Very powerful time for you. We have the Chamber of Transformation. What an absolutely gorgeous card, gorgeous message coming in here for you. And perhaps that's why it will be so beneficial for you to turn inward at this time. You're going through some major change. Now, this can be some spiritual change, growth that you're going through, as a lot of us are. And it doesn't matter if you've been on a spiritual journey for a short time or a long time. We are always forever transforming. We are always evolving. We are always growing, and we're always leveling up in some way. And this shows that for some of you, you have already been going through some journey, and something here is about to shift in the most beautiful ways. We've got all these beautiful golden light-filled butterflies that are flying off of that figure in the card. And this can certainly mean that you're about to really elevate. You're about to spread your wings and fly. All the pain, all the sorrow, all of the things that you have been working through and that you've been doing. It's a messy process. Change and transformation. But you've done a lot of healing. You've done a lot of personal growth. You've faced some cold, hard truths. And now you're about to step out the other side. For those of you who are still in the midst of a transformation, perhaps you're still picking up some pieces. Perhaps there's been some things that have gone on that have completely rocked your world. Some things that maybe you knew were coming. Some things that maybe you didn't know were coming. This is a card of guidance, support, and a reminder that when we are going through this metamorphosis, There's always this light at the end of the tunnel. It's worth it. So if you're in a situation where you just, sometimes you wake up in the morning and you're tired and you're drained and you just don't know how you can move forward, or you just kind of want to give up on the whole process entirely, this is a sign of encouragement. Do not give up, because the results are absolutely extraordinary. So keep on working through those things. Call on angels, spirits, guides whenever you do feel like you're faltering, when you feel like you're wanting to give up, right? Turn inward. All you really need to do, there's nothing really super magical about it, right? All you need to do to connect is just be. Sit cross-legged on the couch, sit in an armchair, sit outside. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, a deep exhale. Do that a few times. You center, you ground your energy, and then you just breathe. If a thought comes in, just acknowledge it, send it on its way. And you only need to do this for a few minutes, and then maybe you feel that it would benefit you to go a little longer. Just don't put any time limits on yourself, whether it's a short term or a long time. When you're in this state, in that calm, quiet stillness is where you do find that connection in some way. You may find that you see more after periods of reflection and meditation. You might find that you see more signs, symbols, and synchronicities all around you. Butterflies, caterpillars, dragonflies. Perhaps you see a raven or a crow or an eagle or an owl. These are all signs reminding you how connected you truly are. We have the 8 of Winter Pentacles, the 10 of Winter Swords. Yeah, you're working hard. You're working hard here. Some of you here, you're right here at the dawn of a brand new day. Others of you, man, you're going through a time. But that 8 of Winter Pentacles, you're never giving up. You're keeping on moving forward. Your commitment to working through whatever it is you're working through is going to pay off. This is the end of a difficult journey with that 10 of Winter Swords. Got the 3 of Winter Swords, right? We've been through a spell. We've been through some heartache, some disappointment. The 2 of Winter Swords, man, this is a lot of communication, a lot of thoughts that you're going through. And we've also got Ascending to Spring. Would you look at that? That's the World card right there, right? So all of your hard work, your dedication, your commitment is going to pay off for you. Justice is served. We've got the Winter Consequences card at the back of the deck. If you've been treated unfairly, or if you felt like there's some things that have gone wrong in your life, that you've had some injustices, perhaps some lies, deceits, betrayals, perhaps there's been some breakups and shakeups, perhaps there's something that has recurred that you thought you had dealt with at one point and it has come back around again. This is showing you that justice is about to be served for you. You are about to get some results, some closure. You are about to get some answers that perhaps you seek. Balance and harmony restored in your life. And this is, of course, because 8 of Winter Pentacles, because of the hard work and dedication that you put in, your ability and your willingness to pay attention to things in your life. Some of you, you've been going through quite the hard time with your money, your finances, with your work. Right? Perhaps there's been raises that you didn't get. Perhaps there's been promotions that have passed you by. Perhaps there's been the 10 of Winter Swords, a stab you in the back kind of energy. So perhaps you've had situations where other people have taken credit for things that you have done. They've gone behind your back and had a little private conversation with the boss. Whatever it happens to be for you, you're at the end of the road. And with the Justice card, the Winter Consequences is the Justice card. So with that at the back of the deck, this is where you're making some decisions about the relationships, the partnerships in your life, whether they're friendships, romantic partnerships, business partnerships, family ships, whatever it happens to be. We are making a decision. We're facing the truths. We're seeing things for exactly as they are. And can I heal this thing? Do I need to let something go? Or we can see why something is coming to an end or has come to an end. But the ascending to spring, we are about to leave all this behind. You're closing a massive chapter, a big cycle in your life. It's time to celebrate. It's time to give yourself a pat on the back. No matter where you are in your journey, no matter what you've accomplished or what you think that you haven't quite achieved, it is time to celebrate. The ascending to spring energy, that world card energy, is completion and closure. It's abundance, it's success. Okay, even if you don't feel successful, it is a successful completion. Okay, we are finding closure and we're ready to let things go, because when we get this card, we're ready to start anew. We are ready to start fresh. We're ready for a new journey. We're ready for something a little bit different. And we are taking action. We're moving forward. Expansion, growth, new beginnings, a better state of affairs. Feeling like a brand new you, feeling like you've turned the leaf, you've turned a page, right? This is an awesome, awesome energy showing that it's all been worth it. We've got the Page of Gifts, the Queen of Candles, the Ten of Canes. Interesting, the Ten of Canes and the Ten of Winter Swords, same energy, right? It's the Ten of Swords, same energy right there. So, so again, this is like a really big ending or a really big completion. Something here that, you know, when we get this particular card, this is a reminder that it's always darkest just before the dawn, right? Sometimes we feel we've hit rock bottom. Sometimes we have some really difficult decisions to make. Am I done with a situation? And it's painful to have to sometimes walk away from things, or it's painful to have to really come to the conclusion that, yeah, you know what, something's got to change. It's not working for me anymore. Maybe something worked previously, but it's not now. And so there's always that light at the end of the tunnel, right? And we're always reminded of that, no matter how difficult life is, no matter what challenges, trials, and tribulations that we're going through, there is always a way out. There's always a way forward. There's always a way up. There's always a new beginning, right? Somewhere, whether it's how we think, how we act, how we do, whether it's our environment, our circumstances, our relationships, whatever it happens to be, there's always a better way, and there's always something fresh on the horizon. And with the Queen of Candles showing up, that you're in your personal power. So if you've been feeling powerless, now you're powerful. We also have the Eight of Canes, a lot of air energy here. And then we've got the Queen of Good Cheer. Wonderful. And that's the Queen of Hearts energy right there. We do actually have the King of Candles at the back of the deck as well. So we've got both the Queen of Candles and the King of Candles. That's the King and Queen of Wands. So an absolutely wonderful energy. So perhaps some of you here, you may have a mentor or a guide, someone that is coming in. At the back of the deck, this can be an underlying influence. It can also be a surprise. It can also be something that's coming in, just not quite here yet. All right, something that we can expect a little while down the road. But the Page of Gifts, right? Some of you here with the Eight of Pentacles and the Page of Gifts, you're really working hard to elevate your situation, right? And with that Eight of Pentacles, we're working hard, we're being productive, we're committed, we're paying attention to details, but we're ready for the next step. We're ready to level up. So whether this is your commitment in your relationships, your commitment to your job, your career prospects, right? Maybe you're just putting in a lot of extra overtime here because Page of Gifts, you want to give your family, your children a really good holiday season, whatever it is you celebrate, because the Page of Gifts can actually be about buying and giving gifts, right? And, you know, so sometimes, you know, we've got to put in that little extra effort, right? Sometimes things have gotten expensive. Depending where you are, you might be feeling it a little bit more than other people. But this is saying that your hard work and dedication will pay off, but don't constrain yourself with that Eight of Canes coming in there, right? Don't constrain yourself too much to focusing so much on the material things. Yes, Christmas and things like that have become, quite commercialized, but there's so many different ways that we can save money, or we can shift a focus to kindness and giving and charity, or we can make some gifts, right? And, imagine, if you've been working really hard and you haven't been spending a lot of time with your children, if you've got them, perhaps a Saturday afternoon making cookies in the kitchen together will really infuse your home with some very good festive winter cheer. And, that can replace thousands of dollars of gifts. It's that connectedness, it's that togetherness, it's that warmth and that creation of things together, right? And ultimately, that can be what things really are about, right? It's sometimes hard to remember that when we have social media and all these things, right? People posting all these things. Let me tell you, the more perfect something looks on social media, the more of chaos and mess it likely is in the background, okay? And the more likely it is to be smoke and mirrors. All right, it's all to get that perfect photo shot, right? Anyway, but the Page of Gifts, the Queen of Candles, I do feel here that you're about to come out something on the other side. You could get some sort of surprise. You could get some sort of gift, acknowledgement of your efforts. Here, the Page of Gifts can be a gift of money. It can also be one where we do have an opportunity opening up to level up our situation. And with that Eight of Pentacles, you're ready for an increase. You're ready for a raise. You're ready to graduate, essentially, right? And all of your knowledge and experience can really pay off for you. Okay, you're more powerful than you think you are, right? With the Eight of Canes, the 10 of Canes, sometimes, this is the energy that we've got to squash, right? Because if you don't think that you're capable, if you don't think you're strong enough, if you don't think you're powerful enough, then you shall not be. So we're flipping the script on that, and we're changing how we feel about ourselves. We're changing our outlook in life, and we're being more confident with that Queen of Canes. We've got knowledge. We're ready for something new or different. We have the opportunity here and the ability to find what it is that we're looking for, as long as we do stay positive, right? But we do have the Queen of Good Cheer here on the back end as well. So you could have some supportive people, okay? We do have the Queens. We have two Queens coming out. It's a very creative energy, very receptive energy. Queens make decisions as well, right? So very powerful forces, not just within you, but also externally from you. But the Queen of Candles cannot just be your energy, independent, strong, creative, forceful. We can will something into existence. We can manifest something into existence here as well, right? We're ready to receive it. But this can also be a best friend kind of energy, right? The Queen of Good Cheer can be for someone very kind, warm, compassionate. This can be you, your ability to heal things. Big healing energy coming in there with that. This can also really be where we have some spiritual growth as well, right? And every time we're going through a spiritual metamorphosis, right, we go through this very difficult, messy stuff, right? But then we come out beautiful. We come out lighter and brighter, and we come out feeling like, wow, I've really accomplished something, and we're more connected with the universe in some way, right? So it's a really beautiful energy, really beautiful outcome, just like we had the Chamber of Transformation. But the Queen of Good Cheer can also represent, with the Queen of Candles, helpful, supportive people, whether they're in your material world or whether it's spiritual guidance, especially with that Queen of Good Cheer, right? Can be some spiritual help and guidance there. So whatever all this messy stuff is all in the middle for you here, right, then we are turning things around for the better. Remember, we've got the World card up there. We're at the end of a cycle. Things are looking up. Things are getting better. It's not that we're not going to falter. 10 of Canes and 8 of Canes, okay? Don't fall into a trap, all right? Don't fall into a trap of repeating patterns and cycles or convincing yourself that I can't do something, right? That 8 of Canes, sometimes it's that energy of I can't do it. I'm afraid, I don't want to put myself out there. Or what if I get a no? What if something negative happens? We want to get out of that cycle, out of that trap, right? And bookended with those two queens, that's what exactly we are doing. We are healing, we're transcending, we're moving forward, okay? And perhaps if you've been questioning your journey, you may get some answers that you've been looking for in December. And it all starts with turning inward. It all starts with embracing change and transformation, right? Doing something just a little bit differently. When we talk about change, a lot of people don't really like change, right? Because it's the unknown, right? Something changes and now something different is going to happen, right? Something different is going to transpire. And we're like, I don't know what that looks like. And it's freaking me out. But the thing is with change, it's, we all think in big changes, right? Big life-changing events. And often the changes that have the biggest impacts are those little tiny ones. Just a little small change in your day. Perhaps you go through your day and you just work, and you're always busy. The one small change can be 5 minutes of meditation. 5 minutes a day in sitting in the energy of gratitude. It can change so many things, right? And it's 5 minutes out of 24 hours, right? 5 minutes is really not that much. So it's those little things that we can do that can quiet our mind, because your mind right here, it's chaotic, right? It's chaotic, it's restrictive, and it's telling you can't do something, right? Or, it's overthinking things. We need to get out of our head a little bit here and into our heart space. And it all starts with that turning inward. But it's a beautiful energy, massive transformation here for you. Let's see what our final messages are. We have number 8. I am successful. Big reminder there for you. Okay, eights are the energy of abundance, of flexibility and adaptability, manifestation. Right? So wonderful, wonderful energy there for you. Watch out for 8s. You do have 1 8 in your reading. We've got the 8 of Canes. We actually also have the 8 of Pentacles. So you've got 3 8s coming out for you. Look up the deeper meaning of 888 and see what that means for you. But right now, I am successful. Your talent for setting and reaching goals is like no other. You are self-sufficient and capable of achieving your ambitions. 8 represents the ebb and the flow, the infinite loop of creation. I am successful. And we have number 7. 7 is a wonderfully spiritual number. You possess a very refined mind and a deep urge to uncover life's mysteries. Your ability to acquire vast knowledge on both the informational and spiritual planes gives you a greater awareness than most. I am brilliant. Those are your messages, Taurus. I do thank you so much for watching. I do hope something here resonated. It may be the whole thing, it may be a little bit. But if something did capture your attention, please do press a like on this video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to continue to see more content. And drop a heart in the box. I will heart you back. And we'll spread some love and good cheer. Thank you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.